tutorial. I hope you guys are all doing well. It has been a really long time since I have filmed a makeup tutorial, so I'm really sorry about that, but I hope that you guys have been keeping up with me on my fashion blog at www.laurawears.com, and if you haven't, I will link that in the down bar below so you guys can take a look at that. So for today, I really wanted to bring you guys a fall makeup tutorial. Fall is my favorite season of the year, and I really just wanted to share my favorite makeup look with you guys. It's a berry lip with soft brown smoky eyes. This look is perfect for all year round, really. You guys just can change the lip color to red or nude if you want to keep it in the summertime. So without further ado, let's get started. So before I apply my makeup, I always like to scrub my lips with Lush's Mint Juleps Lip Scrub. And I'm still not sure if I like it better because it buffs my lips to softness or because it tastes like mint chocolate. So I'll let you guys decide after you guys try it. And after you buff your lips, you're just going to lick off the excess and then apply your favorite lip balm. I'm going to be using the EOS in Strawberry. To prep my skin and create a perfect canvas for flawless foundation application, I'm going to use Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this primer smooths skins and fills in fine lines and pores for a perfect finish. For foundation, I'm going to be using my favorite foundation, the Makeup Forever in HD, and I'm going to be using the color N118. But we're actually going to be using two foundations, so you're going to want to apply a few pumps on your hands, and then we're going to go in with Garnier's BB Cream, and I'm actually going to be using the medium to deep, which is a little too dark for my skin, but it's going to blend in beautifully with the lighter color from the HD foundation. So I just mixed those in, and I'm taking my Sigma F80 brush, which is my holy grail of foundation brushes, and just buffing it into my skin for a flawless finish. Since I want this makeup look to be very glam, I'm going to be using my MAC Prolong Concealer in the shade NW20. So if you are close to my skin tone, you might want to check this out. It is 2 shades lighter than my actual skin color, so it's perfect for highlighting and covering any blemishes. So with my ring finger, I'm applying some underneath my eyes, making sure I bring it up towards my temples to create high cheekbones, a bit on the bridge of my nose as well as my chin, my cupid's bow, on top of my eyebrows, and on the center of my forehead. Then using a beauty blender, I'm going to stipple it all in. It is a wet beauty blender. Make sure you wet it or you won't get the same effect. And then I'm going to bring some onto the eyelids so that when we put in our eyeshadow, it has a better base. The first color I'm going to be taking is Rewind from the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. This is my favorite matte brown. I have been loving it ever since I stopped using Espresso by MAC. But if you don't have this palette, Espresso is a good alternative. So I'm just going to be applying this onto the crease in a windshield wiper motion. And I'm using the brush that comes with the Vice palette. If you don't have it, you can definitely use a blending brush. And I'm dragging it down towards the corner of my eye to get a more cat eye shape. Once you've blended this out, you're going to take the color Creme Brûlée by Makeup Geek. With a blending brush, you're going to apply it onto the crease in a windshield wiper motion again. And really just blend it in with Rewind. And you can make this as dark as you want or as light as you want. It's really up to you. Going back to the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette, I'm going to be taking the color Ambush with a pencil brush and applying it to the outer corners of my eye. And you really want this to be a dark, rich color. And it has some glitter, which I totally love because it adds the glam to the look. And then we're just going to blend it out with a Sigma blending brush. And we're going to blend this out towards the outer corners of the eye. You don't really want to drag this in because we are going to be applying a lighter shade to the inner corners of the eyes. To brighten up the eyes, I'm going to be using the color Dope, again from the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. And I'm going to be applying this to the inner corners of my eyes with a MAC shader brush. Now, I really want this to be the focus of the eyes. I want them to stand out and be bright. This is fall, but you don't want your eyes to look too dark. So this color really helps with that. And I'm just going to take a blending brush and really concentrate on the crease, making sure I blend in Dope as well as Rewind and Creme Brûlée. Going back in with Dope and my MAC shader brush, I'm going to apply the color right underneath my eyelash line, just to the inner corner so that my eyes look a lot brighter. Then taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Perversion, I'm going to line my waterline and my tight line to make my eyes just a little more sultry and dark. Going back in with the color Rewind, I'm going to be taking a flat eyeliner brush by MAC, and what I'm going to do is just put some right underneath my eyelash line in the outer corners, and this is really going to connect the top of our eyeshadow with the bottom of our eyes, and it's going to really make the look come all together. Then going in with the color Dope and again the MAC shader brush, I'm just going to highlight right underneath my eyebrow bone, and this is really going to make our eyebrows look a lot higher than they appear and really bring in the color all together. Then just quickly blending it out so we don't have any harsh lines. To eyeline my eyes, I'm going to be taking Maybelline's Line Stiletto eyeliner, and I'm just going to be applying a thin line to the top of my eyelashes, and I'm going to kind of wing it out, nothing too crazy, nothing excessive, just a little bit of a cat eye. So before I apply my mascara, I always like to curl my eyelashes so that they look extra big and fluffy. I'm using a Lancome eyelash curler. Please don't ever curl your eyelashes after applying your mascara. It will cause them to fall off and get really clumpy. For mascara, I'm going to be using the YSL Babydoll. This stuff smells amazing. It is my favorite high-end mascara. To start off my eyebrows, I always like to go in with Brow Fix, which is a clear wax. And you're actually supposed to use this after you fill in your eyebrows to make them stay like a clear gel. But I find that putting it in before you apply the powder makes the powder stay in longer. So then I'm just going to brush it out to my desired shape. And then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Dual Powder. And this is in the color Ash Blonde, which is a little bit too light, but we'll go ahead and fix this after with the Browiz. So just fill it in with the powder wherever you see any sparse hairs. I tend to have a lot of those, and that's why I go with the powder and the Browiz. So then after you fill in all those sparse hairs, you're going to go in with the Browiz. Again, I'm using the color Brunette, and I'm really going to define the shape of my eyebrows and elongate them just by adding a little bit of length on the outer corners of them. When filling in your eyebrows, try to always remember that eyebrows are sisters and not twins. I know I drive myself personally crazy when I try to make them perfect, but let's get real, they're not going to look perfect. So once I'm done filling them in, I always like to go ahead and use my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel just to make sure that I don't have any baby hairs flying around and that they don't move. To give myself a little bit more color this fall season, I'm going to be using the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. And I'm going to be taking my NARS Ita brush, which is by far my favorite contouring brush. It really makes my cheekbones stand out when I use it. And I'm just going to bring this up towards my forehead for a more natural look. The first blush we're going to be using is called Margin by MAC. And this is just a frosty brown, which is very beautiful. It's kind of natural, and that's why I really like it. And I'm just going to be using a goat-haired MAC blush brush to apply it. The second one is also by MAC, and it's called Brezzy. And this is more of a colored one. It is very pigmented, so be careful as to how much you want to apply. To start off my lips, I'm going to be using the MAC Burgundy Lip Pencil. And I'm just going to outline my lips, but we're also going to bring in the color towards the center of the lips so that we have that great base before we apply our lipstick. The great thing about lip liner is that you can really decide if you want your lips to be extra big or you want to maintain your size. For me, I know I have small lips, so I always like to go a little bit outside my natural line. For lipstick, we're going to be using the Mary Kay Compassion, and this is such a great berry color. I like to use it during the day and at night. And there you guys have it, the finished look. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!